welcome to another restorative yoga class. So we are going to start in seated, whatever form of seated is comfortable for you. We'll have a straight spine, relax the shoulders, relax the hands. You're welcome to close your eyes if you like. And we're going to take a moment to just turn our gaze inwards. Breathing deeply. We're just going to draw our attention to all the different thoughts and feelings that are going on inside of us. The to-do list, the worries, the stresses, the oh my gosh, I'm thankful that's overs. And we're going to imagine a dial. And we are going to slowly turn the dial, reducing the volume, reducing the feelings. Slowly bringing it down. Till they're quiet. For the next 45 minutes, all you need to do is just be. I'm going to start by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes, and we will start with our first restorative pose. And we are going to do a supported bridge pose. So supported bridge, you can grab some pillows or a bolster, maybe blocks are more comfortable. And you might want something for your head, totally up to you. But we are going to have our bottoms on our bolster. With our feet flat on the ground. I'm going to go for a walk instead. And you can adjust that block or bolster or blanket or whatever you're using under your hips to right where you want it. So if you need it more at the top of your pelvic ridge or a little bit lower down by your coccyx, it works. We're just going to take some deep breaths here. focus on letting your shoulders just melt into the floor. Bringing your breath deep into the belly. We'll bring our attention to our hands and our feet, feeling them resting on the floor, having a firm, solid connection with the ground. If you like, you can envision little roots coming down from your hands and your feet, connecting you to the earth, grounding you. And we'll take one more deep breath in, blow it out. And then we're going to take out whatever we've had under our hips, and then slowly lower our hips down to the ground. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together for a bound angle. Now, if your knees can come all the way down to the floor, that's great. If not, grab something to put under your knees to help them connect with the floor. As you relax more into this pose, you may find that your knees can come a little farther down. That's fine, just adjust whatever's underneath them. If they like to stay up where they are, that's fine too. I'll take one more deep breath in. Blow it out. Then we'll bring our feet back flat on the mat. We'll move whatever we had underneath them. And we are going to roll over to hands and knees for tabletop. And we are going to pick a version of child's pose that works for you. So you may like to take your knees out wide. You may like to keep them together. You may like to have something thick under you. You may like to have something thin under you. But we are just going to relax back into this pose. To move to get comfortable, that's fine. Then we're going to take a deep breath in, and blow it out. Then we'll come back up to tabletop. And we are going to switch positions on our mat. So we are going to be facing the long end of the mat. And if you want to use blankets to cushion your knees, you're welcome to. If not, you can just roll up the ends of your mat a little bit. And we're going to place our knee on this little roll. Do the same for the other knee. And we're going to take a wide stance. And you may have to work a little bit with your mat to kind of figure out how wide is comfortable for you. But we're trying to get almost like we're doing the splits, but we're on our knees. And we're going to move into frog pose from here. But we're going to do a restorative version of it. So you're going to grab your pillows or your blankets or whatever you have. And as you push your hips back towards your heels, you can put your forearms here and rest your head. Or some of you might feel comfortable moving the bolster up a little bit and kind of hugging it to your chest and folding over it. If you're not getting too much of a stretch out of this, you might want to bring your legs a little bit wider. Or you can push your bottom a little closer to your heels. And now we're just going to be like chill frogs for a couple minutes. I'm going to take a deep breath in and blow it out. And we'll bring ourselves up on our arms first. And then we'll shift the knees back together. This may be slightly challenging. That's normal. We'll roll our mat back out. And then we're going to transition to seated on our bottoms. Our legs straight out in front of us. And we're going to do a forward fold. Now, how you do your forward fold is going to be a little different depending on your body type, how long your arms and legs are, things like that. You might be comfortable just grabbing your toes and going like this and being just fine. You might want to have something to lean your upper body on. If you want to go a little deeper into this pose and you're a little bit of a bigger person, so you need to make some space, we can bring the legs out wide and do a wide forward fold instead. And again, you can grab whatever you need to relax into it. And we'll take a deep breath in here, blow it out, and on the next inhale, we'll come back up to seated. If your legs weren't already wide, we're going to go ahead and move our legs wide. And we are going to start by folding over the right leg. And you may be comfortable just folding like this. You may want to grab a blanket or a pillow just to help support you. It's totally up to you. If you can grab your foot, that's fine. If you're up here by your shin, that's fine too. Take a deep breath in here, blow it out. On the inhale, we'll push ourselves back up, and we'll switch to the left foot. And again, you can prop yourself up as little or as much as you like. No shame if you can't grab your foot. Just relax into the stretch. We'll take a deep breath in here. Blow it out. As we inhale, we'll push back up. And we're going to work on some of the twists that we did last time. So we're going to grab that bolster or that pillow that we had before. And we're going to put it on our mat. And we're going to tuck it up against our left hip. So you can have your legs straight, you can have your legs bent, whatever feels comfortable for you. But we are going to have our knees pointed this way while our torso twists and goes straight down onto the bolster. And if you are comfortable going face first into the bolster, that's fine. If it's more comfortable for you to lay with your head to one side, that's fine too. But you should start feeling that twist along this right hip. If you have your head twisted to one side, it's time to switch. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale out. And then we'll push ourselves up and we'll switch sides. If you have your head to one side, it's time to switch. And we'll breathe in here. Blow it out. And then we're going to roll over on the mat so that your bolster or your pillow is right at your lower back and goes up the rest of your spine. You have to adjust a little bit to find just the right spot for it to start. You can leave your feet flat on the ground, or you can stretch out the legs straight, whatever feels good to you. Try to concentrate that with each exhale, you melt a little bit deeper into the mat and into the bolster, relaxing the stress and the tension, especially in the hips. On your next inhale, we're going to bring the arms out into a T. You can have your palms up or down, whichever feels more comfortable. And just allow the chest to expand and open. Take a deep breath in here. Blow it out. Bring the arms back in. And you can either sit up or roll over a little bit to remove the blanket or bolster or pillow, whatever you had underneath you. We're going to go back to laying flat on our backs. If you need to put something under your neck, that's perfectly fine. And what we're going to do is we are going to take the left hip and push it out while bringing our right shoulder and our right ankle a little bit more towards each other. So trying to make kind of like a banana shape. So your right side is more scrunched up and your left side is more long. If it helps, you can bring your left arm up and over your head. And take a deep breath in here. Blow it out. Then we're going to reverse that. Scrunch up the left side. Elongate the right. Now take a deep breath in, and blow it out. Then we'll come back to centered on our mat, so we're nice and straight again. And we're going to move into legs up the wall. Now, if you have an actual wall available, you can scoot your bottom to the wall, put your legs up the wall. That's perfectly fine. If you do not have a wall available, one way that you can do this in a restorative pose, you're not going to be putting a lot of pressure on your lower back, is taking a block or maybe one of your pillows is kind of thicker, putting it under your hips, and then whenever you're ready, you can bring your legs up. Take a deep breath in here. Blow it out. And then we're going to bend the knees towards the chest. And if you're comfortable, you can just stay right here, kind of like an upside down child's pose. If you want, you can also try grabbing your toes and bringing your legs out into a V and getting more of a hip opening stretch. It's up to you, whichever one makes you feel the most comfortable. We'll take a deep breath in here, blow it out, then we'll return our feet to the floor. If you're against the wall, it's time to scooch back out. And what we are going to do is a sideline pose. So you're going to be laying on your right side. And if you're comfortable with this, you can support yourself with your right arm. If this is going to make you tired, because your arms have just had enough, you can bring in a bolster. Put your arm over it so that most of your weight goes on the bolster and your arm's just on the other side. I'm going to bring this arm over. I'll take a deep breath in here. Exhale out, bring our other arm down. And if you had a bolster underneath you, we're going to move that out. And still keeping your knees bent, we're going to lower our upper body to the floor. So that both of your shoulders are on the ground, and bring our arms out to a T. We'll take a deep breath in here. Let it out. We'll bring our hips back underneath us so that we're flat. And then we're going to move the knees to the other side. Bring our shoulders back down to the mat. Arms out. Looking in the other direction. We'll take one more deep breath in. Blow it out. And then we will continue rolling so that we are facing the same direction as our knees. And you can do the same side lying pose. So you can support yourself with your arm. You can put a bolster underneath it. Whatever works for you. Take a deep breath in, blow it out, and we'll come back up to seated. You can take whatever form of seated feels good to you. We'll bring our hands to heart center. Thank you very much for joining me in this restorative practice tonight. I pray that you got some relaxation and that you will find opportunities to treat yourself and others with love, kindness, and respect. Namaste.